Peace be to all. Assalamualaikum. This is Omar, a health educator, endurance runner, and physician associate here. So I wanted to talk briefly about the role of faith in healthcare. So I think that's ideal because right now Muslims are in the midst of the month of Ramadan, and many of us, not most of us, are probably observing the Siyam or the fast from early morning to sunset. And I think Jews are in the midst of Pasach, if I'm pronouncing it correctly, or Passover. And that's from, I believe, April 17th or April 19th to the 23rd. Of course, Christians just celebrated Easter. So the three major monotheistic religions, at least in the U.S., are in the midst of observing their holy days. And of course, there's many other religions right now that may be observing their particular holy days as well. I'm ignorant of those religions, so I won't mention them because I don't want to give out wrong information. But I do want to talk about the role of faith in healthcare. And as a healthcare practitioner, as many of you all may know, I'm a PA. I've been a PA and a health educator for more than 20 years. So I'm also an observant Muslim, and I'm fasting now. So I've seen many people who are religiously observant as patients, and it affects them differently when they are struck with catastrophic injury or illness and wind up in the hospital. But many of the people turn to faith as a means of dealing with their sickness or their injury. And we like to think that God will heal us, and sometimes He does. Sometimes He chooses for us to go on to the afterlife, and leave our family and friends behind. And we always ask that God grant solace to the hearts of the remaining family and friends, because there's a lot going on in the world now, a lot of death and so forth. And when I work in the hospital, one of the things that I did when I had my hospitalist position is I would declare people dead. You got to do a check on them, so a neuro check, auscultate for lung sounds and breath sounds, and then of course look at the telemonitor if they're hooked up to that, and look for that flat line showing the patient's in asystole. So that was either after a code, or if the person was a do not resuscitate, pronounce the person dead, and then call the family. Now, family members would deal with it differently. Some would kind of give into their anguish and do a lot of screaming and crying. Sometimes they would take their anger out on the staff, sometimes on each other if it was different family members in the hospital looking at viewing the body of their beloved. And so I've seen a lot of things over the past several years. But everybody deals with death differently. I believe that faith gives you some opportunity to use a coping mechanism. So I think there's 7 or 8 stages of grief. So disbelief, denial, anger, then the bargaining, and so forth, and then finally acceptance. But I found that religion can often help with that. Belief in a higher being, belief that the person hopefully will have a peaceful rest in the grave. So we leave R.I.P. after somebody's name if they've died. Rest in peace. We Muslims have the same belief. There's the same concept rather. So there's the barzakh, the life in the grave, and then the akhirah, so the life after we are risen up from this dunya, the life of this world. And the Christian and I believe most of the Jewish faith has the same concept, if I'm not mistaken. Please feel free to correct me in the comments section if I get any of this incorrect. But I've seen how faith can heal hearts and sometimes bodies and help people. So it's meant a lot to me, and I think it means a lot to many people around the world. Okay, guys, so that's it for now. If you want to leave something about your own belief in the comment section, and how that's helped you, please feel free to do so. Be polite to me and polite to each other. So I wish you guys the best of success in your positive endeavors. Enjoy your holy days safely. Like I said, there's a lot going on in the world. Mass shootings, war. Of course, we're still dealing with this COVID crisis. I thought it would be over by now, but now I think faith is a way that can help us get through this. All right, take care, guys. Peace.